Huh. You lot still pull over people on the highway? It's kinda dangerous.
Hi there. Hello. I'm Deputy Pataki, Portage County Sheriff's Office. I'm stopping for a number of things. First off, the whole reason you even caught my attention was you were speeding on McDilf. It's a 25 zone there. I had you going about 40. Do you know that it's a 25 zone?
I didn't. I barely take that road.
Okay, gotcha. And then I believe your registration's expired as well. I think it expired like in June, I believe. At least the sticker did anyway. Your windshield's cracked up. Do you know your passenger side brake lights burnt out?
I didn't.
Okay, that one probably a little bit more bigger deal than like the windshield, obviously. Okay, with the as far as the windshield.
Windshield bad.
Oh.
Windshield bad? Over the list of things wrong here, I think there's more things bad, and I do believe it's between the wheel and the seat. And in case you missed it, that would be you.
What's with the spare tire?
The deer.
That's from the deer as well? Okay. How long have you been rocking that?
A while.
A while? Okay. Gotcha. Do you get your driver's license and proof of insurance for the vehicle?
I don't. But it's Nicole. I am the registered owner.
Okay. Do you have insurance at all?
Not as a break.
Okay. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff going on. Is there any reason why, like...
Well, if you know me, well, I'm sure you do. Well...
Yeah, I've obviously...
I don't get a chance to catch up.
Sure.
I really don't. And every time a cop sees me, they pull me over and I get more tickets and more tickets. And I am a mother and I take my grandparents to dialysis 3 times a week.
Okay.
So it is.
So
I can't not drive.
You're getting buried. You're getting buried is what I'm hearing. Okay. Gotcha. Like, purely out of... Like, I don't want to sound disrespectful, Nicole, so please don't take it that way. Like, obviously, everybody at our office has probably seen the videos, right? Like, it's people in other countries have seen it.
You know why? Lazy, and you don't want to pull over somebody with actually where you have to do paperwork.
Who has this? Oh, hold up. I have never seen this woman before. That's a good job there, algorithm. Very good job. I roast these sillies at the campfire, and I have never seen her before. I need a link to the original, to that, whatever that was. My god, she is known on the internet for being a dick flute, and I have never heard her whistle.
Suspend a driver's license.
Woman, I said dick flute, not whatever you're doing with that imaginary... I run a family fucking friendly show here, man.
Just out of curiosity, is there any reason why you're being so decent today?
Because I'm usually not like that, but if people want to follow me and hide behind Hardee's and Quick Trip, and when I'm really just going to get milk in the middle of the morning, like when it's New Year's, I feel like he had better fish to fry than just me. Okay, so normally you're not upset like that, but those days. To me, I'll be respectful to you.
Literally have you guys running around in circles for people because I know so many people. You guys are gonna be chasing motherfucking tails.
But Nicole, if somebody.
Okay. So the reason we're the way we are right now is because I was decent with you when I came up? Okay, I can appreciate that. I operate on the same exact standards.
I don't. My integrity is way higher than that. She is a dick flute. She needs to be spoken to, treated like, and handled as one. And you being overwhelmed that you rack up around 30 bloody tickets, or infractions, or whatever you want to call it, other people have issues too. They can handle it. Why can't you? It's pathetic. You're not special, princess.
I noticed when I came up you didn't have your seatbelt on. Were you wearing your seatbelt during? Okay, so obviously, like you said yourself, Nicole, you got a lot going on. Are you still suspended?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. I'll tell you what, because you're acting the way you're acting, and I really do appreciate that, because I really didn't want to have a fight when I come up here. That's not why I come to work. I don't want to come to work and have a fight with people, right? Like, it's just not fun. I would imagine this interaction is probably a lot better for you than the previous couple.
For sure.
Okay, sure. I am going to write you a couple citations, but I'll tell you what, we'll write some of the ones that are a little less meaningful, like the seatbelt, right? That's $10. I can't just look the other way on, like, a bunch of stuff, obviously. I think you can appreciate that. So I will do some looking. I will try and write you some things that probably don't have as much of an effect on your driving record. Just simply based off of a little bit of mutual respect for one another. How does that sound? Okay? Thank you.
What the actual fuck am I looking at here? Is this a marketplace all of a sudden? Can I also negotiate my ticket when I get pulled over? Officer? Is that what's going on here? What the fuck? I guess there's like a limit. You pass the 30 limit and then all of a sudden you don't have to obey the law. That's interesting. I re-emphasize. What the fuck?
Do you have like an ID card or anything? Just something with an...
I don't.
Okay. What's a current address for you? I'm assuming there's nobody else to come and give you a ride or anything like that. Okay. Gotcha. Well, you've been through this before. Obviously, you'll get that spiel once we're coming to the end.
I just got to be able to pick my grandparents up sometimes.
I completely understand that. I mean, at least someone's taking care of it. You know, that's the important thing. When you went by, you had a passenger. I'm assuming you dropped them off on McDilf there. Okay, gotcha. I was confused because all of a sudden I came around the corner and I'm like, where'd the car go? Okay, gotcha. Just a friend of yours, or?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. All right, I'll be right back. You just stay in the car for a minute. Okay, Nicole. It is hot. Walk over there just so I don't have to worry about getting hit by a car.
Want me to get out?
Yeah, if you could, please. We'll just go on the sidewalk here. Again, I just don't feel like having to watch my back the whole time, you know what I mean? So, the exact thing I said, I gave you a bunch of breaks, okay? So much so that, like, I'm actually a little bit afraid my supervisor might jump my shit.
I hope not.
So, here's my circumstance. So, I'm out here, the entire reason I'm even working today, I'm on a grant.
Well, look at that. It seems it's not actually on highway. I mean, I've never seen a highway with a bloody pavement next to it. What the fuck is this guy doing? He's trying to give her a break after all these fucking tickets? What is going on, officer? I mean, it's obvious she doesn't care if you give her a break, because she doesn't care at all. There is such a thing as a track record, and right now the trains are driving over it, honking their horns. Even they don't agree.
Paid for by the Department of Transportation, looking for speeders. You were speeding, right? On top of that, that area over there that you were in, the sheriff has gotten emails about, and he has specifically said, go out there and patrol in that area. I didn't write you a warrant, I didn't write you a citation for the speed. That's something that I'm afraid I might actually get yelled at for, and I'm really hoping I don't. That being said, I appreciate how cool you've been with me, because, again, I've seen the videos. I don't want that. I don't want that interact. It sucked. It's not fun. It's not fun for anybody.
It's just me. I feel like I'm attacked by the certain ones, and I was never...
Ah yes, attacked by certain ones. The ones that actually pulled you over because you have multitude of tickets and never gonna pay them, and, you know, completely shit all over the law, shit all over the officers' jobs, and making some kind of sexual innuendos or something along those lines, playing with your dick flute. I don't know what you did, but you sound like a lovely person.
And to be completely honest with you, I didn't even know it was you when you went by. The whole reason your car even caught my attention was because of the speed.
Right.
I don't know if you saw the little laser I had up. That's the whole reason I even looked at you.
Yeah, I'm not mad at you.
So.
Well, whoop-de-fucking-do, officer. I think you just made her Christmas list.
I'm just letting you know, though. So, that being said, there's a couple things, like, I do get this circumstance. Once people get in this vicious cycle of ticket after ticket after ticket, it's very hard to get out of it. And I do feel for that. That's why I didn't, like, completely write every ticket that I could.
I'm just left wondering, officer, whose fault is it again that she has this entire booklet of tickets? I mean, is it my fault? Is it Cow's fault? Cow, what did you do? It turns out that's not Cow's fault. I think we have to find the culprit whose fault it is. Pray tell, who could it be? You silly man, you.
We're trying to think where I was going with this. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But either way, has anyone explained to you, like, you're a vocal? You understand that?
Yeah.
Okay, a little bit bigger deal?
Yep, and I'm trying to get an occupational. I just saw the judge the other day.
Okay.
And I just need to go pay $64 to reinstate, and I can have my occupational.
Good. Okay. Well, that's good to hear. But that being said, so the whole reason that you caught my attention is speed, right?
Right.
So there's one more thing that is completely within your control.
For sure.
That you could do to avoid me, right?
Right.
The seatbelt. Is there a reason you don't wear your seatbelt? I see you have tons of no seatbelt tickets.
Yeah, I just don't do it. Whenever my son is with me, I make sure he does. But
okay.
I don't know. I don't know.
Sure. Is it a forget or is it a, like, don't believe it?
Like I feel too constrained. Like I have really bad.
So hold up, you actually like to drive around with, and then goes. You know, that's what you like. I mean, how are you fucking insane? I mean, this seems like a problem that natural selection would solve, right? What do you mean that's too harsh? That's not too harsh. I'm just trying to make a point here. Seatbelts save lives. Stupid people kill people with their cars. Usually drunk and usually speeding. So hey, case and point this entire video.
And I don't know. It's just something with the seatbelt.
Okay, gotcha.
But
Well, I obviously I can't force you to put it on, right? But that's just another thing. Throw it on. I probably wouldn't even see you. Like you don't have a front license plate. Put a front license plate on. That's just another reason to get stopped. The windshield. I know you said you're working on it.
Yeah.
The deer, I'll give you a pass on that one, right? The brake light. You didn't realize that. I give you a pass on that one. Get that taken care of. If you're out here driving, that's one thing. I don't want you to get rear-ended. I don't want somebody to get hurt. To dovetail off of that, has anybody ever explained to you, like obviously, it's no dispute that you know you don't have a driver's license, right? That you're revoked. Has anyone explained what happens if you get in a crash and somebody gets hurt? Has anyone ever?
I'm sure I'm 100% to blame.
Yeah. So has anyone actually taken the time to explain that to you? Okay. Well, I'm going to take the time to explain it to you because I feel like it's important that people know, and it's a big risk that if you continue to take it, I at least want you to know that you're taking this risk.
For sure.
So if you're involved in a crash, say you merge out of this traffic lane after we're done
And that is what cops are supposed to do. Thank you. They're supposed to teach you about safety concerns and things like that.
Well,
Oh, shut your fucking mouth. I guess after 30 tickets you would have gotten the message, no? There's also something called taking responsibility for your actions. You know the traffic laws. You know what you need to do. There is no excuse for not knowing. But apparently this officer has a completely different law book. What actual hell is this?
I want people to know the risk that they take, right? Because up until this point, it's been a bunch of tickets, right? Low-level ticket type stuff. It's a lot of money, but like nothing that'll land you in jail. So let's say, when I leave here, I'm going to give you the spiel. Don't leave. Call for a valid driver, right? And I'm going to go right back to where you saw me, right? So stay here until I'm gone. What you do after that is up to you. You've heard this before, right? Okay. But now let's say as you're merging out into traffic, you pull out in front of somebody and they run into you and they get seriously injured, or God forbid, they die.
Right.
You're revoked. That's now a criminal violation. It's actually a felony. Simply because you're not even supposed to be operating on the road. You were involved in a crash. Somebody did. I want you to know that because I think that's important for people to know. I'm going to leave it at that because there's nothing more to explain. It's that simple. I'll get your paper. So this is the warnings. A bunch of warnings. There's some that I probably completely forgot. I didn't even notice the front license plate till now, but I just couldn't remember all the stuff you had going on. There's no follow-up or anything for any of this stuff, so as far as I'm concerned, you can throw this in the garbage, right?
Thank you.
Warning for the speed. Just make sure you're watching that. That is like a $175 fine, so these things just stack up. You know that. I don't have to tell you. The cracked windshield, just get that taken care of, obviously. The cracked windshield, while we're on the air of explaining things and why it exists, a lot of people think it's because it blocks your vision. That is not the case.
No.
The case, do you know the case?
No.
Oh, so the case is that windshield actually has a lot to do with the structural integrity of the roof of your car. Because obviously those two little white beams probably don't do a whole lot, right? So if you roll your car, again, God forbid, something happens, you roll your car and it lands on the hood, all those cracks are now a weak point, and that roof is going to crash in and seriously injure you or your occupant.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so that'll explain things.
Yeah, I've been pulled over a lot.
So, okay. So that's the main reason. That's the more important reason. The vision thing is a valid point, but that's the bigger reason. Registration, it hasn't been expired for a very long time, just since June of this year. Get that taken care of. That's something that's in your control, right? They don't care if you have a valid license or not to register your car, so register your car. The stop lamp, we already talked about that on the passenger side. And then that spare tire. As soon as you can, get that spare tire off of there. Those things are not meant to be driving for extensive distances or anything like that. I'm assuming you're taking... Yeah, so 55 with those damn things, not safe. I mean, really, for an extended period of time, especially over the interstate, really not a good thing. It's for short distances to limp you somewhere to get you an actual tire, right? Just get that thing. Okay. I can't really look the other way with the driving without a driver's license. I know I would get my ass in a jam from my supervisor, okay?
To be quite honest, in this case, I kind of want to have a supervisor in here. She's not asking for a supervisor, but this guy needs a supervisor. What? Why are you being so lenient to an extreme repeat offender? I mean, it's clear she doesn't give a shit at all.
It is your fourth offense. These forfeiture ones, they stack. This one is number 4 for you. After this, they are all this fineable. I wish they were not this much, but they are this much. I can't control that, obviously. 3 points on your driver's license, not a mandatory court date or anything like that. Branch number 2, I'm assuming I don't need to explain this stuff down here. You're well aware of that. Okay. In regards to, what's the next one here? The seatbelt. Throw your seatbelt on. That is not, I give 0 breaks on that no matter what. Just like the crashes, that seatbelt is going to save. I mean, I know you said that you having stuff like that, but it is going to save your life. I've seen it. Okay. And no points on your driver's license for that. The last one is just for the insurance, and You're gonna appreciate this, I hope. I did not write you for the no insurance. Okay, that's $200 plus. Yep. I wrote you for no proof.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so that's, I'll be honest, a lot of this has to do with exactly how you've been with me, and
Sure.
it is a breath of fresh air. I cannot tell you, it was a huge breath of fresh
They'll
air.
be jealous of you at the sheriff's
Yes,
department.
right. Okay, so do you have any questions for me, Nicole?
Oh, we have lots of questions here, officer. The biggest one, and also the most important one. You're gonna go back to your little spot there to try and see if people are driving too fast with your little laser gun. What are the chances she's gonna get in the car, drive off, and potentially hit someone? They get injured, and the insurance is just gonna say, yeah, we're gonna forfeit. She is not insured. Are you gonna take that responsibility, officer? Because you kinda are right now. Maybe the people back at the PD will congratulate you for incompetence.
Thank you so much
Thank you for being an officer and not just trying to get somebody in trouble and actually teaching.
Trying to get someone in trouble. And there you have your answer, officer. She doesn't give a damn about anything you said. She basically blames officers that pull her over for getting her in trouble for what she does.
That's what I'm on.
That is exactly what you guys are looking for. That is, but you don't see it very often.
Well, I appreciate you.
Sure.
If you don't have any questions, I'm going to take off. You know the rule. Don't leave. Get a valid driver. I'm going the other way. Please wait for my car to be out of your sight. Okay.
I can't forget Grammy though.
Okay, I hear you. I do hear you. Yep.
Kind of makes me wonder. He wants to be out of sight, out of mind, so he doesn't see her breaking the law. Isn't that like giving advice how to circumvent police intervention? Yeah, I don't want to take any responsibility for your actions, so please make sure I am out of sight so I can't be actually responsible for what you're gonna do next. Officer, what are you doing? Safety of other people is no concern to you. I see how it is. She's driving with a bloody spare tire that is about to, pop if she bloody speeds with a bloody spare tire. Broken windshield, no insurance, no license plate, doesn't wear a seatbelt, doesn't give a shit about any laws, rules, regulations or anything you said, playing you like a fiddle, and you're just gonna let her go. Oh dear. So she only got traffic citations for failing to wear a seatbelt, not having insurance on the car, or rather proof of insurance, and driving around in the car while having a revoked license. With mere warnings for speeding, having a broken windshield, expired registration, driving around with a bloody spare tire, and speeding with said spare tire, and a defective brake light. Gonna set her back another $400 on her already $5,000 stack of tickets dating back to 2007, consisting of a total of over 30 tickets. I have a great idea, officer. Maybe after 16 years you finally got through to her, or not. I'm gonna go with, what the hell are you doing, officer? Why isn't this car impounded? Why isn't she taken off the road? Why is she allowed to drive? Remember to tickle the bell and all things around it, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye. I might actually see this lady as well in some future video. If I ever find that first 2023 video, that is. I'm sorry, criminals. Could you maybe continue